Super PAC America, has laid out $6.6 million so far. The group has assembled a canvassing operation of over 500 employees who knocked on doors. With about 40 paid active canvassers in the Green Bay area, roughly 70 in the Madison area, and more in Milwaukee and rural parts of the state, according to the 3 people briefed on the operation. The Super PAC told its canvassing firms to cut their worst performers. The group declined to comment on its internal workings. Canvassers, most of them pay $25 an hour or $150 a door, have flooded Wisconsin neighborhoods wearing white America lanyards with a badge that shows a photo of Mr. Trump raising a fist after the assassination attempt in Butler, PA last summer. The group has knocked over 1 million doors during this blitz. Some of the people said this week the Super PAC informed several of his door knocking firms that it was cutting back on his overall targets and what Musk group described them as a reallocation of resources. He's a loser. He's a loser. Everybody hates him. Wisconsin Supreme Court shows limits of Musk's money. It causes Dem fundraising and engagement to go up. Dems can tie GOP candidates to him. In hindsight, Dem should have made him more of a foil in 2024. Wonder if GOP politicals will seek to limit his influence in future elections. The answer is yes. And it won't be the GOP politicals that limit his influence. It is going to be Donald Trump that goes, you f*** this up for me. Elon, you f*** this up for me, Elon. Donald Trump hates losers. What did I tell you? Just like I called it, that Elon Musk's presence was going to be a burden on this race. Whoo, I can't wait to see the copium. Oh my God, except tomorrow's tariff day. Save America Day starts tomorrow, so we won't be able to celebrate for too long. Or I guess if you're a JD Pons style guy, you will probably look to the red markets, the bloody, what is tomorrow? Wednesday, the bloody Wednesday of the markets, and maybe appreciate the demise of America. But having said that, oh my God. Oh my God. Look at the swing graph. Yeah, the officially nonpartisan, I love that they also maintain this, officially nonpartisan contest between Republican-backed Brad Schimmel and Democrat-supported Susan Crawford will determine the balance of power on a court split between 3 conservative and 3 liberal justices. The winner could become the deciding vote on cases dealing with abortion, unions, and voting. What happened? He's announcing the tariffs after the markets close. Elon is the Nukes Taku of politics. I thought Nukes Taku was the Nukes Taku of politics. Election fraud should be investigated. Hell yeah, baby. Oh, they're back to their ways, dude. Oh, that's so awesome. I forgot what this feeling felt like. If only the Democrats weren't such fucking losers so I could feel this entertained by Republicans collapsing under their own fucking weight and nothing else, as a matter of fact. God damn. The mules, George Soros, and Hasanabe, he took away Elon's attention in a moment where Wisconsin needed him the most. Stop the steal. Scott Presler, oh, my goat. Wisconsin, if your polling location was impacted by a ballot shortage, submit a report right now. Oh, my God. This is what they're going with. This is what they're going with. You joke, but one day will be in his mouth, I bet. What? No, my name will never be in Trump's mouth, I hope. This is your most liberal moment in a while. Dude, I just love the idea of Donald Trump parting ways with Elon Musk. I'm sorry. Let me have a moment of appreciation, okay? This douchebag spent millions of dollars. It's nothing to him, by the way. It's literally nothing to him. But he spent millions of dollars, went into these big rooms, thought that he had an opportunity to swing this election. And this is a really important moment for him because it's a test of his approval ratings. His approval ratings are in the shitter, by the way. Everybody hhates him. His stocks are tanking. None of these goddamn Republicans want to buy Teslas. In Europe, it's significantly worse. They're just firebombing Tesla stations. Like, everybody hates him. It's great. Richest man on the fucking planet. Biggest loser on the fucking planet. You know he's going to go on a Twitter storm. I'm going to say, yo, at Elon Musk, maybe you shouldn't have showed up. Wisconsin, man. I think people hate you, dog. Aspen Gold's video tomorrow. It's not based. He went nonverbal after it was called. He went nonverbal. He went nonverbal when discussing Elon Musk's Twitter habits. Oh, damn. I'm telling you, I told you. Aside from obviously the high propensity voters showing up big time, especially against a right-wing administration, which increases the likelihood that people will go out and vote against the administration because the winners stay home. They're like, why the fuck would we vote? I already did my job. Trump is winning. Trump is running the country. He's doing great. I think Elon was a key factor that made this margin the size that it actually is. Liberation Day came early, and so did I. Trump is putting tariffs on Wisconsin tomorrow. Please send Elon Musk to all the close races. Yeah. Yep. It's true. Just send his ass out there, dude. Send him across town. Can you shed any light on why the Dems are able to mobilize around a candidate, Susan Crawford, in this example, but are unable to put forward strong, accurate messaging regarding voter ID amendments? Because with Susan Crawford, there is actually a very valid lesser evil harm reduction voting outcome because she's a Supreme Court judge in a 3-3 deadlock. That's one instance where you can unironically make the only argument that the Democrats make, which is vote for this person, otherwise you're fucked. Whereas in other circumstances, you need more. You need more to drive turnout, especially because your opposition is driving turnout in crazy numbers. Votes are still coming in big, bro. I really don't want you to have to delete that tweet. Says Gay Lenin. Gay Lenin 1917. No, dog, they called it already. Votes are called off of projections. And I'm not Dave Wasserman, even though he is infinitely better at this than myself. But even I told you early in the night that as soon as these two counties drop, we will know who wins this. We will know who wins this race. And those counties dropped, spectacular numbers. Not only was Susan Crawford already outperforming Kamala's performance in red counties, but once the Dane County and Milwaukee votes came in, it was over. This is where large numbers of the population reside. The lib got it right. Brutal result here for Elon Musk, who dropped 26 million in his race and still got his ass handed to him. Money can't cure being politically toxic asshole. Yeah. CNN has also called it. They're projecting it. Let's hear what they have to say.
Supreme Court race, keeping control of the court in the hands of liberal judges and defeating conservative judge Brad Schimmel, who had the backing of President Trump, Elon Musk, and Republicans. Crawford's win gives her supporters in the Democratic Party a significant victory after they worked to turn this contest into a referendum on both President Trump and Elon Musk, who had deep involvement in this race. Democrats obviously trying to harness voter anger about Musk's role in slashing the federal government and about the Trump administration.
What a spectacularly stupid thing to do. Literally the least popular political figure in the cabinet, less popular than J.D. Vance, going there and actively involving himself in this race because he's such a narcissistic moron that thinks, because he's surrounded by fucking sycophants, that everybody loves him. And he just fucking ran over there and be like, USA, this is the most important election. George Soros. He put a fucking rally together and got booed in his own political rally. You're a cook, dog. You're fucking cook. That should have shown you that you should have gotten the fuck out of Wisconsin ASAP.
Candidate will defeat the conservative candidate. This is now ensuring that the liberal majority on the state Supreme Court will stay in control. It comes at a time when there's a lot of hot button issues that could come before the court, things like abortion rights and congressional maps as well. But it also comes as Crawford and her Democratic allies have really sought to turn this campaign into a referendum of Elon Musk. I can tell you, crisscrossing the state over the past week, that is something that we repeatedly heard from Crawford at each of her campaign events, saying that Musk involvement in the race should be concerning for voters. And it seems that at least in these results that are starting to come in tonight, that some voters have
Dude, Elon Musk, if he was like a real American, by the way, if he looked like, who's like a real rugged American looking guy, even if he looked like Tom Cotton, who also looks like a loser, okay, and wore like cowboy boots and a belt buckle and didn't have like a weird accent, I swear to God, it would be very different. But he looks the way he looks, he operates the way he operates, he sounds the way he sounds. Ain't nobody with him. That's just not happening.
It is indeed, and we've also been talking about the huge.
Sometimes politics is that stupid. Okay, it's that stupid sometimes. Where they're like, there's a lot of like idol worship for Americans, especially for wealthy people and powerful people. But Elon is too repulsive to be able to take advantage of that.
We'll put them up when we have them.
Yeah. Oh, look, this is an important win for Democrats in the state of Wisconsin. It is not an indicator of where the overall country is in terms of political alignment, but it is a testament that when you continue to organize, you have a clear message, you can win campaigns. And I think in a moment like that, right now, Democrats need to remember that and continue to cultivate what their message is ahead of the New Jersey and Virginia elections this year.
Scott, chime in. Say something, Scott. Come on, Scott. Say something, you bitch.
I think that,
come
Florida,
on.
yes, no one expected Democrats
talk about how
to win.
anti-Semitism won tonight or some shit. Come on.
expected in Florida.
Talk about how